So hello slash commands user. Today we will be seeing how we can use the MongoDB database with slash commands bot. So let's first of all we have to create a MongoDB database, and for that we have two options. Let me go to railway.app. So this is a website where you can create databases and view data inside of them. If you go to dashboard after logging in, you can create a new project and select a MongoDB database here, provision MongoDB, but this is not totally free. Instead, we will be using something else. We can use the MongoDB website if we search on Google. Let me just create a new tab here and let's search for MongoDB Atlas. Okay, so that is MongoDB Atlas. So we have to go here. Okay, so here we are at the MongoDB website. Let me click on sign in and click on Google. Okay, let me accept and submit this one. If you already have an account, you don't have to sign up, but since I don't have an account with this email, I will have to create one. And I think most of the cases you don't have account. Okay, so here you can see I have to create a database or create a deployment. Let me click on create. It will show us this. We can just click on free because free is enough for a single person use. Okay, so you can give it a name. Let's give it slash commands name. Maybe no space. Okay, then you can give some tags, but we're not giving. Then let's create. You can also select other, like let's select Google Cloud, and you can also select the region where your database will be hosted. uh, let's keep it what it is because it's the closest to me. Okay, so I'm selecting create. It's asking me to solve the captcha. Okay, so you can see the database has been created and it shows me a lot of information like username and password. I can create a username and password. Let's put admin, and for password I'm putting password. Okay, so create user. Password is too weak at the rate 123 maybe. Okay, so the user has been created, and you have to do one more setup before you actually use this database. You have to go this network access tab and click on add IP address, then allow access from anywhere and confirm. Okay, so this is pending. After it finishes, you use this database. So let's go to overview again. And if you see this connect button, click on it and then click on the sorry, what was that, the drivers button. Then you can see this one here. You can also select other version, but let's keep it like that, or you can also select Python here, and so it shows that, but that doesn't matter. Just click on this, or maybe not, just copy this one. Okay, so that's it for the creating database. Now if I just keep it aside for now and let's go to dashboard, and let's create a command that will insert data into our database. So for that, let's give it a name, mongo, maybe insert data into MongoDB. And for content, let's keep it empty because most of the work we are doing here. So db equals MongoDB. Okay, so maybe that b is capital. Let me check it quickly. Okay, so yeah, the b is capital. Then you have to paste the URL that you just copied from here. So this one. And before you move forward, here you have to put the actual password, and the password is actually password, so we are just putting password at the rate 123. Oh, I forget that. Okay, So this is the password. Password has at the rate 123. Okay, I hope that doesn't cause any issues. Uh, I think that will. So let's just go to our database access and let's change the password. Okay, edit password and let's give it a new password. Admin, sorry, password hash 123. Okay, I think this will not create any problem. Let's just copy and update user, then put the password here. Okay, so that's it. Then we can start inserting data. So for inserting data we can do db dot insert one, because we are inserting one data, and don't forget to put await before it. So insert one. We now have to give the data. So let's say name, user dot name, maybe user dot username, and id will be, sorry, this is id, and id will be user dot id. So that's what we want to insert. And the second thing is you have to provide some other information here also. So let me break it down to multiple lines. Okay, so second thing you have to put is the database name, whatever you want, like maybe users, and inside the database you have to also put the collection name. So maybe this is like main db or something, and this is users. Okay, so this is the database name and this is the table name, because one database can have many tables, so we are just doing that. And I think that's it. We can now uh, store it in a variable. So data is equals this one, so we can see data dot underscore id. Okay, let's see if this command works. It's named mongo and it does some job. Okay, so let's create the command. Okay, I have to sync the command also. Now let's open Discord and see if that command works. Okay, so let me go to the channel where I will run the command. So here it is. Let's keep it here and test it. Okay, so I hope you can see it now. And if I type mongo here, the command we just created, I think there is an internet issue here. Let me disable this one. Okay, it shows now. And let me search. Okay, so this is the command. If I run it, okay, it's thinking. Okay, it says none, but let's go to our database and see what happened, if anything happened or not. So if I go to the overview and let's click on database, let's see what happened, and browse collections. You can see I have a database named main.db and I have users table, and inside users I have one data, which is name and my id. Okay, so okay, so that's it. And next is let's insert some more data. So for example, if I edit the mongo command again, let's edit it and let's insert other data. Maybe you also want to insert a random number. Maybe age is a random number from 1 to 100. Okay, so now if I just run the command again, so I hope if you see this is random number, that's the second thing I added. Okay, so now if I go to Discord and run the command multiple times, I should have multiple data. Okay, I just ran the command 2 times. It takes some time, but the data gets inserted. Now let's come back to our screen and let's see our data. So if I refresh here, I should see three data. Okay, so you can see this is the first data. We don't have age here. We can delete it if we don't want it, but we can see other data here. Age 19 and age 99, which was the two we just inserted. Now let's see how we can update our data. So if I come over here and let's say we want to update, so it will be like update one. Okay, it will be not update one, I think. Let me check. Okay, yeah, so that is update one. So update one, then you have to say which one you want to update. So if the age is 19, we want to update that. So we are searching for age with 19 value, then update it with age 91. So if anyone have the age 19, we want to update it to 91. Let's update. And if I now run the command again, and let's go to our data. Okay, so there is a little bit problem here. So when you actually update, you have to define this in like in MongoDB. It's a bit different. So it will be set, and inside of set you will have to type age 91. Okay, so I think that will work. Let me run the command again. Because you are setting age to 9, so you have to type this set. You can also say unset. There are many properties in MongoDB, but let's just use set for updating data. Now if I go over here and let's refresh our data. Okay, so you can see this is now 91. You can say other things also. Let's just play around with it. So if user, not on user, if id is user.id, let's update age to 21. So whoever have this user id, his age will become 21. So let me just go over here, run the command again, and after the command running is finished, I can refresh the data. You can see S21. So we are updating one, so it only updates the first data. So if you want to update multiple data, because you can see id is the same for multiple row of data, so we can say update many and update the command. Let's run it. Let's see if it works. Okay, so update many does not work like that. Maybe the banana. Okay, so update many now is right. If I run this command and let me go to MongoDB and refresh, so you can see all the data with the id this has been updated. So that's how you actually update data. Now let's see how we can delete. So that's actually simple. You just have to delete one or delete many, and you don't have to put this one. So whoever have id user.id will be deleted. So if you want to delete multiple, you can write delete many, and let me run the command. Let's come over here. So this first one will get deleted. So if I refresh, so you can see the first one deleted. And if I say many, so any data with the same id will be deleted. So if I refresh, you can see no data is here. So that's how you delete data. Now let's see how we can find data. So for that I have to insert more data. Okay, so that's it. Now if I run the command multiple time, I should see here multiple data. So you can see I ran the command 3 times, so I have 3 data. Now if I want to find the single data, what I can do is data equals tv dot find one, and this find one takes a parameter which is let's say id. We want to find with id, and it will be the user dot id. Okay, so find one user dot id, and we can just say here data. Let's see what it actually is. So if I just update the command and let me run the command, let me go to Discord, and if I run the command, you can see we have this data in our database. So we got this as 48, and so this is the first one. And if we want all of them, we can say find many, I guess. Okay, so I just updated the code with find many, and now if I run the command again, okay, so it says not find many is not defined. Maybe we have to update the code a little bit. So it's not find many, it's find, sorry, my mistake. So if I run the command again, let's see what happens. So okay, so I have to go to Discord, and you can see I ran and I got an array of data, and it has name, ID, and age. So that's how you actually find data with find and find many, or sorry, find and find one. So that's how MongoDB works. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the mistakes I made because I haven't worked with MongoDB for a lot of time. So that's it. That's how you can find, update, delete, or insert data into your MongoDB database. And the best part of using MongoDB is you can see your data like here. If you go, oh, sorry for that. If you go to the main screen, okay, so here you can see your data, and you can see this users here. If you want to insert into a different database, you just have to come over here and say maybe some other database like images, maybe orders, or you can also change the database name here also. So that actually changes. So this is the collection name, this is the database name. You can create other database here, and inside of database you can create collections. So one single project can have how many databases you want, and also as many collections as you want. So obviously there is a limit, but I don't think you will be hitting that limit too soon. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video, and comment if you want more videos like this.